Okay, so what are we doing here? This next step is, what we're gonna do is, we've got the system installed. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing some clips of the installation as we're talking here. But what Jeremy's gonna do is he's gonna run you through the entire system, how it's connected, and we're gonna be running those tests. We're gonna be showing you those tests that we did already on the system, the water beforehand, and now what the water is now. So we'll be sharing that with you. And then guys, we've also really went all out here. Okay, as you know, this is my penthouse, and this was where we want to get all of the best of the best. And so we've got the under sink RO, and then we've also got the full home system that is installed as well. Okay, the third step, which we're going to be doing in another video and in coming weeks, is going to be the water softening system. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to turn it over to Jeremy. He's going to talk about the water filtration system, the RO system that's underneath the sink, and I'm going to be asking questions as we go along. All right, Jeremy.
Hi guys, so we've completed the install of the reverse osmosis system for drinking water. This is going to filter 99.9% of the impurities out, the bacteria, everything. You're basically drinking straight H2O. It's clean, quality drinking water.
Perfect.
So what we did is we installed a tankless system here at Cash's place, and this is just a basic install. It fits under the sink. It provides you with a separate faucet that you can just turn on to use for your drinking, washing produce, your coffee.
It's amazing, yeah. We've already started using it. It's awesome. I'm gonna dial us in, and we're gonna start to run you through all of these different aspects of it. Let's do it. All right, Jeremy.
So guys, this is the unit itself. As you see, it's quite compact. All of the filters fit inside the housing all together. As you can see with this sink here, we're taking up about 1/4 of the space as opposed to a tank system, which is going to take up much more space than this. And it's pretty simple. We've just tapped into the water supply, cold water side of the incoming water to the sink here, to the tap, and we put it through the system. It's going to filter through a 5-stage system. 2 sedimentary filters, 2 carbon filters, and the RO membrane itself. And then it comes out to a separate fixture, very high quality stainless steel fixture.
I think, the stainless steel part's important because we are in the Dominican Republic, and, we are close to the ocean, so there is some salt in the air. And getting that stainless steel helps. If you get something chrome or cheap quality, it's going to start to rust on you.
Absolutely. So this is the high quality water that you're getting out of here. This will provide up to 75 gallons a day, which is more than enough for anybody to use.
How does our product compare to the standard systems that are out there as far as output and power of the output?
So this particular model that we have has an internal pump in it also, which helps push the water through the membranes faster. One of the downsides of any RO system is putting the water through that RO membrane. It's a very fine, wound mesh, permeable membrane.
Meaning it takes longer to get through.
It takes longer to get through if you're just...
I've seen that, where it's painfully slow, the water dribbles out, yeah.
And so...
I can see here, if you turn it on again,
with this,
context.
it comes out immediately.
There's a little pause while it calibrates, and then it flies out right away, like a half a second.
But it's coming out quite well. It's the systems that don't have these internal pumps. It'll just
dribble.
Well, not really dribble. A little bit more than a dribble, but it's nothing like this. So
got it.
So that's a plus to it. Again, this model is sleeker, compact. You get the stainless steel fixture with it.
How about running through the LED screen there as well? What is that going to be showing us?
So this has a LED display on it as well. It monitors each filter inside. So for some reason, one of the filters is getting more clogged than the other one. It's going to indicate that on there that it needs to get changed out. Typically, the main filters, the 4 main filters in the system, get changed out every 6 months.
Got it.
And then the RO membrane itself is usually good for 2 years. Between 18 months and 2 years. But this also has a leak detector in it.
Which is really cool.
Which is a really cool feature, because if for some reason any of the plumbing inside your sink breaks, anything goes wrong inside the unit, any kind of just a few drips. In fact, when we were doing the install,
we had dripped a couple
drops inside, and it started beeping and flashing, and it's telling you that you got a leak somewhere. So that's a nice feature. If something happens, an emergency, and you got a leak under here, you know you have one. So those are a lot of the features with this model.
You're also going to notice here with this system, which we were talking about, is that there is no tank with this system. So we have two offerings that we have, tank and tankless. This is the tankless. What's the benefit of the tankless?
So the tankless benefits are kind of what I've described. That you don't have the tank taking up extra space. This is an on-demand system with that internal pump, so you're only making water when you need it, when you open that tap. The tank version obviously takes up more space. It's still a good system. It's doing the same thing as far as the filtering process goes, but it's taking up more space.
A little more cost efficient too. The tank system we have is a little more, that's our starting base model.
Yeah.
So let's give everybody our retail prices here, what they're looking at for this system.
So this system here is $546.
Amazing.
$546. The base unit, with the one with the tank system, is $375.
That's awesome. And that is plus install and taxes.
That's correct.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that is a great price point. And we did some research yesterday. I'm gonna share that video with you guys. I did some research yesterday at Unidos, and we did some comparing of units, similar systems. They weren't as high quality as this, I was noticing.
No.
But the price points were actually a little bit more if you're going into like a big brand, big box retailer here in Dominican Republic and buying the system. You're gonna pay it.
And what I noticed was everything is sold separately. Like they don't have the systems put together.
At least at Unidos they don't, yeah.
Yeah, at least at Unidos they didn't have them put together. They had a full put together one for a model, but when you looked at it closer, it was like this didn't include the tank, this didn't include the faucet, this didn't include the filters.
Got it.
So
Okay, perfect.
you have to put it together as well.
Now the one thing is the prices that Jeremy's explained to you, that is our retail prices, that the system. So if you want to install yourself, feel free to. However, our team specializes in, Jeremy leads them in this process of doing the proper installation, assessing the kitchen or the laundry room, wherever you're putting the system into. He will assess the entire thing. He'll also come in and test that water beforehand. So jumping into now the testing part of it. So you tested the water before. I guess we can give them a refresher. Do you remember what those numbers look like?
I do. We tested the water before, and that was coming out of the tap here. We had a sediment level or total dissolved solids of 450. We had a positive E. coli bacteria, which is not good, but it's not uncommon for Dominican tap water. In fact, I don't think I've tested tap water here in the Dominican that didn't have bacteria in it. So with those numbers, we had a hardness level of 9, which is moderately hard.
I have to jump in there, sorry to interrupt. The blue jugs, remember? 1 out of 4 blue jugs that you tested also had bacteria.
Yes, 1 out of 4.
20 bottles.
Right, out of 20 bottles roughly,
Yeah.
about it averages out to about 1 out of 4 bottles we've come back positive for bacteria. So it's not good.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
But anyways, yeah, so those were the numbers before we put the system in. That was what their water was providing or putting out. So now that we put the RO system in, the total dissolved solids or the sediment is down to 40, which is almost nothing. The bacteria is gone, and we have proof of that with the test that we did, actual biological testing on that. This was the one we tested 3 days ago.
Pull that close.
That's
Let's have a look at
green. So that is definitely positive for bacteria. And we did a second one, a post install yesterday. This is the same test as a biological test, just a little different method. But again, if there was any bacteria in the water, this would be that greenish color that you see in here, and it's not. So we've accomplished what we set out to do as far as removing all the sediment, taking the hardness down to a 2, and removing the bacteria. So basically all of that harmful stuff has been stripped out of this water.
Amazing. So you did say the word hardness. We are also part of water filtration systems. We are also bringing you 2 options for water softening solutions for your villa.
For the whole home.
For the whole home. Okay,
Correct.
so you can even get that number even better. So we'll go through that in another video. So this system is pretty straightforward. You're able to, assuming everything goes smooth, we were able to get this done in approximately an hour. There is a calibration phase where you have to run the water.
Yep.
That's about a 15, 20, 30 minute phase,
Yep.
right? In 2 stages when you're putting the
Correct.
filters.
We've got to flush out the filters after we put them in, make sure there's no air in the line, so we're running the water for 15 to 20 minutes just to get out everything, flush everything.
And then do a quick test.
checking for leaks, all that stuff.
So what you can do, allocate time-wise, I would say you allocate 3 hours, getting in, setting up, getting everything clean. And what we like to do is leave you exactly how my place is being left here. It's spotless. It's cleaner than when you got here. Right? That's what it basically boils down to.
As you can see, it's clean.
Yeah.
There's no tubes and wires sticking
Very
out.
clean inside.
Everything's, neatly tucked back in.
Exactly.
And then, outside of that, you just have to make sure that you're maintaining it, which is very important.
Exactly. So one thing I want to point out too with this install is sometimes what you're going to see in some of these developments, older developments or newer developments, this is relatively new, but still you're going to see some practices of plumbers that are unorthodox. Okay, and that's kind of what we ran into as soon as we got under the sink. They didn't use a standard P-trap. They used some random hose that got put in. So what Jeremy and the team had to do is they had to evaluate that and figure out a way to make the system work in that. So what we can do as well is we can fix some of those plumbing issues that exist underneath the sink,
Right.
which is kind of my situation, right?
Right, yeah, we ran into a couple issues of, the prior install of the sink and the plumbing and stuff for this.
That's incorrect, yeah.
It just wasn't done correctly.
Yeah, exactly.
And when we tried to, add our stuff to it, it just made it more complicated, so we ended up fixing what the original problem was on it.
So why am I saying that? I'm saying that because, we're a North American company, okay? We're bringing these products that we believe in. Jeremy's probably worked a year and a half on selecting these items specifically for the water in the Dominican Republic. It's not just pick a water filtration system, bring it here. As you know, everything's imported here anyways. But what the key was for Jeremy was to find the right system, and we brought down the team from Cana. They came down, they're engineers, and they tested the water in all these different areas as well and said, these are the systems that we're going to custom make for you guys to make sure that they work for the long haul in the Dominican Republic. Anything will work for a day, but get it to work for a month, 6 months, a year, 10 years, that's a whole different ballgame. But what we want is a product that just lasts, okay? And that's what you guys are going to be getting here. Okay, I think that answers everything here, Jeremy, as far as the reverse osmosis tankless system that we have installed here at my place. And I'll keep you guys posted on how everything goes with this one and some of my other videos. The next step of this video, okay, is we went ahead to the next level, which we highly recommend for a lot of people if you have the space. That's what's key. If you have the space,
Yep.
is the full home.
The whole home rack filtration system.
So we're going to run you through that. We're going to show you where that's installed. We're actually going to show you how our team, and this is what makes us different, is how we were able to critically think and get the water lines to the system where maybe another team or less skilled individuals might not figure that out for you and install so clean.
Right.
Okay, that's what I love about the way our team did this. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into that. We're going to take you over to that system. Jeremy's going to run you through that process, and you're going to learn a little bit more about water filtration systems here with Cash and Jeremy. All right, let's do it.